I have a mare who's very quiet on the ground and doesn't mind anything, but when I'm riding her and we're approached by another horse and rider, and the rider has something in their hands, she freaks out. I know you'll probably say to go back to the fundamentals to try to find a hole in her training and fix it, but I have already tried that. What can I do?
Okay, Alex, let's talk about your horse here having the issue with other people approaching it on horseback, okay? I'll tell you, horses in general, all horses have a different level of sensitivity to things approaching them, whether it's you or other horses. You know, it's like they have a bubble around them, right? Some horses' bubble's not very big whatsoever, and you can practically run straight into them. And I will say, the better trained the horses get, the smaller the bubble gets, meaning that sensitivity to the things around them gets a little less, where they're not as concerned about it. They're more in tune and listening to you and paying attention to you. They're not really worried about the things around them, okay? But your horse is obviously worried about this. So chances are the horse probably was not rode down and whipped or anything like that. Chances are that's not the case. A lot of horses are frightened when you change eye levels. That could be you on a horse's back, or that could be you just standing on a pedestal way up above the horse's head. A lot of horses are really funny when you're either way down below their eye level or you're above their eye level because they're not used to you being there. What's making this more difficult is the horse is actually approaching them, okay? So, a couple things you could do about this. You could, I'll give you an example. One thing you could do is you could pony your horse off of another horse. Okay, so you've got your horse by the lead rope, you're riding the other horse, and you're physically leading him around. And you can practice, lead him around initially because what's scaring him is retreating away. So you on the horse's back, retreating away from him by leading him away, you're building his confidence. You're getting him comfortable with that other horse and rider going away from him. You could do this on the ground. You don't have to pony him to do this. You could literally have somebody on the saddle. You lead them and follow them while they're riding away. Okay, now you might say, well, hold on a second, Jeff. It's when they're trying to hand me something. It's when they're trying to walk up to me. I get it, okay? But we got to find some kind of starting point here to build your horse's confidence. So then what I'm going to do is I might have that rider start circling me from a distance initially. Maybe they're 100 feet away. They're just trotting around, they're walking around, and they're just circling my horse. And while you're there, you're just standing there keeping the horse out of your space. In case he gets reactive or he goes to jump, he can't jump on top of you, okay? This would be the same thing if you were ponying him around. You're literally riding around him, okay? Loosen the lead rope up a little bit so you're, 10, 15 feet away from the horse, and then go ride around the horse in circles each direction where you're not physically riding straight up to him. You're not being direct like that, okay? And gradually, as your horse relaxes, you have that person get closer, or you get closer to him if you're the one in the saddle, okay? Until eventually what they can do is they can ride up to your horse and maybe rub him a little on the neck and then retreat and ride away. And then they approach, rub him on the neck, rub him on the head, ride away. What would I do if my horse wanted to get away? I'd have them continue to follow him. I'd keep two eyes on me. Okay, we can outrun him if he runs sideways, and we can outrun him if he runs backwards. But if he gets two heels facing you, he's going to outrun you and jerk the lead rope out of your hand. Okay, so all this relies on find a starting point. If your horse is reacting like really violently, meaning as soon as that rider even gets within 20 feet of us, he's wanting to gallop off and jerk the rope out of my hand, well, they're going to have to start 25 feet away. You know what I mean? Start 30 feet away. Find a distance where it doesn't make the horse feel so threatened that he feels like he has to run and save himself, okay? And then you gradually get closer. The key being approach when the horse relaxes, retreat away and ride away from him, okay? So, for example, if I had a horse like this, if I was doing this in the saddle, doing the ponying method, okay? Pros and cons to ponying. The cons are you kind of have a horse that's broke enough to pony off of that you can ride it around with one hand. You got to kind of know how to manage your tools and not get things tangled up and get in a dangerous situation. The good thing is I'm not relying on somebody else. My timing can be really good because it's me doing it, right? What I like a lot about the ponying is I'll kind of like spiral in and out. Meaning, if I'm walking a circle around him, I'll spiral in close, hold my hand out. When he kind of relaxes or he goes to smell my hand, I'll ride my horse away and I'll spiral him out again. And I keep approach, retreat, exactly like I would do on the ground. Let's just say you were on the ground. Let's set the scene up and say your horse is scared of you walking up to him. What would you do? You'd practice walking up. When he stands still and relaxes, you'd walk away from him. Walk up further. Stand still and relaxes, walk away. Walk up and touch him. Turn around and walk away. You're doing the same thing with a horse under saddle. So the good news is, I doubt very seriously your horse was ever like abused by somebody in the saddle or anything like that. The drawback is it's going to take some time to get over this. This is not that uncommon. Lots of horses are funny about people, you're on the ground, they're under saddle. A lot of horses are reactive to this particular issue, especially if they're trying to hand you something or something like that. They naturally feel intimidated by that. So I wouldn't be overly concerned about it, but this is the steps that I would follow, okay? This is what I would do to go about getting this accomplished, okay? So it's going to take some consistency. It's going to take some repetitions on your part, okay? But if you follow this out, I know you can have success, okay? So keep up the good work with your horse, and I hope this helps you out.
Take your horsemanship to the next level. The No Worries Club Premium membership is your ultimate portal to complete your horse training. You'll have access to Clinton's complete training library, thousands of hours of step-by-step instructional videos. You'll master all aspects of horsemanship, from fundamentals to trick training. You'll have access to our exclusive social network that connects you with thousands of dedicated horsemen from around the world. You'll have the method available wherever you are and accessible through the web, your phone and tablets, or your favorite streaming devices. You'll receive 8 all-new training videos per year and the quarterly No Worries Journal, as well as access to the ever-growing video library, Q&As, performance horse series, blogs, and more. But that's not all. You also get free tickets to walkabout tours and priority access to the latest news coming from Down Under horsemanship, not to mention VIP pricing on all of Clinton's must-have training tools. So what are you waiting for? Unlock the ultimate access and jumpstart your training program today.